Hello and welcome or welcome back. My name is V and today I wanted to make a little bit of a different kind of video. I don't normally make any sort of, travel vlogs or anything of, of that kind in general. So this feels a bit weird and unusual, especially here on the channel. But I figured, since I went somewhere essentially for the first time, I wanted to do like a small little update just so that I, have a memory of talking about it and so that you know what I've been up to. As some of you know, I went to France last weekend with Mr. Neon Genesis, my partner. I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, we spent 3 or 4 days there and it was lovely, definitely too short. But on the other hand, I do feel, a bit more refreshed and ready to work. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about the journey, as some people have already asked me like, oh, how was France? And tomorrow, as today is Thursday, tomorrow I'll be streaming and I just kind of wanted to make a little something to let people know exactly how it was, maybe show some pictures and stuff like that. If you're new here on the channel, I don't normally do travel vlogs or anything of the sort, but if you like RPGs, speedruns, and anime, you are in the right place, so make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and let me know if you have been to France, or maybe you live in France, and how you liked it there. So when it comes to traveling there, I was very anxious because I had this fear that something was gonna go wrong and that I wasn't gonna make it to the plane or something. I know that that's a little bit of an unreasonable fear to have, but I'm one of those people who will be at the airport super early just to make sure. Although this time around I couldn't do that because the car that was taking me from my city to the Belgrade airport was shared with another passenger who pretty much had the flight around the same time as me, so I couldn't just ask to be there 5 hours early, not that I really need to be. But everything went well. It was very smooth and peaceful, and it was like a refresher on how to travel by plane. Last time I flew was when I went to Singapore to that Final Fantasy concert, and it was lovely, but now I'm starting to realize that I was incredibly silly and brave for, doing it on my own. But yeah, the journey itself was very peaceful, the flight was nice, but there were some kids on the plane who were extremely noisy. Obviously, I'm a mother, I have nothing against kids, but I definitely couldn't sleep even though I was feeling a bit tired. I got up early, and the night before I couldn't sleep, so I was playing FF14, doing an alliance raid that I really had no business doing, at that hour. Seeing Neon obviously was great. I was very happy, but it took my brain a little bit of time to process that we actually met somewhere that isn't like TwitchCon or my house, essentially. So it was really, really lovely. When we met up, we immediately got on the bus to the Beauvais city center, as that is the city that we stayed in. It's a very small town, like almost like a village, sort of. And I actually really loved it. We went, and before going into our accommodation, we found a cute little place to just have some food. I had some really nice tortillas. And after that, we went to check in, as it was 5 o'clock, and I do believe that that was our check-in time. So our check-in was kind of a little bit like a quest line, right? On booking.com, there was a mysterious picture of this door that we were supposed to unlock with a code. So we did that, and then our accommodation itself was in the yard of this like closed off building. And getting the keys was kind of like doing a little bit of a quest, because the key itself was in this like mini safe that was next to the door, and it was locked and it had a code. But I'll admit, we didn't fully know how to operate the safe, so I was just like, well, how do we do this now? So somehow we figured it out. Of course, embarrassingly enough, I already messaged the people from booking.com, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, but I don't know how to open your door. Then I got the key, we opened the door, we went inside. The accommodation itself was actually really nice. The bedroom itself was cozy, didn't really have a window that we used, but that's fine. The only things that didn't really work was the wardrobe, so we just kind of put our stuff around the place, which made it look a little bit messy, but it's fine. And also the toilet was a little wobbly, but apart from that, there were no issues. We even had some really cool things like microwave, kettle, coffee maker. We even had the fridge and the freezer. And we had a washing machine to like wash our clothes, which we didn't do, but it was just kind of nice to see it there still. The shower was great, everything was just fine. That night, we didn't really go out anywhere per se. We kind of stayed, at home, but we went to the supermarket. So the supermarkets there are quite affordable. The prices are the same as everywhere, like a few euros. It's not like Paris prices, which I'll talk about later. We ate like absolute children that night. We had Pringles and sweets and all this stuff that we had no business eating. Lots of fries over the weekend. So it was definitely a weekend of absolute cheat food, but it is what it is. There were no regrets. Oh, and instant ramen. Did I mention instant ramen? Anyway, that first day we were so tired, but no matter how tired we were, we actually knew and realized that the only day that we can actually go and see Paris was Saturday, which was not an issue in itself, but this Saturday was the only day that was showing and promising nice weather. It wasn't quite nice, but it was better than Sunday, because on Sunday it was meant to be raining. What was funny is that morning, because we were just so exhausted and we quickly had coffee, got ready, and went to the Beauvais train station to catch a train to Paris, which is like an hour and a half train ride. We almost missed it because we were queuing to buy tickets, but then didn't realize that was like the queue for the tourist information and not where they sell the tickets, and the ATM that sold the ticket was right next to us. So I basically bought the tickets last second as the train had already arrived, and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna be late. We weren't late because the train actually stood at the station for the next like 10 minutes or so. Weirdly enough, we got the tickets, but no one ever checked them, so I felt a bit like illegal, but we obviously did pay for them. So we got to the train station. It was massive. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a train station that was that big, and kind of stepping outside made me want to walk around Paris a little bit more. So we went and had some food first. We went into Burger King, and for some reason I discovered that they throw away these like plastic cups for drink. I know that this is completely horrible, but I took one and I took it home because they are beautiful. The plastic is like very sturdy and it survived the dishwasher as well, and now I put my flowers in there. They smell lovely, so this cup already has a purpose. Shout out to Burger King for the best plastic that for some reason gets thrown away. Send it my way. I'm just kidding, don't do it. So we walked around pretty much from the Paris train station all the way to the Louvre because we kind of judged that was gonna be the nearest destination for us to walk. It wasn't quite near, but we had a lot of fun just walking around and exploring. It was very occasionally raining, so we decided to kind of hide in this like really cozy toy store that we found along the way, and I needed to get a present for Mini V as well, so I did that. So I got him this adorable DIY set, which is like a make your own constellation. So basically you make your own like tube where you kind of look through so that you can see constellations, and there's two different cards. There's a zodiac and animals, and I was actually really excited about putting it together. We were kind of exploring it. We haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna update you when we do, and I was really excited for it. So it was quite affordable. Like a thing like this, if you're looking for an affordable present for kids in Paris, this is like 15 euros. It's really not that much. That would be like $17 or $18. It's really nothing in comparison to the quality of the toy itself. So we got to the Louvre and to the Royal Palace. We didn't actually go inside of the museum, but we took some pictures outside. It was actually quite lovely. We were doing some like Final Fantasy 14 related poses, like the Manderville pose, the lookout. People were looking at us weird, but it was great. I loved it. I actually completely fell in love with Paris. It's such a beautiful city, but my god, is it massive. What a huge city to be in. The weather was so, like it was actually very unpredictable. At one point it was windy, and then it was really cold, and then it was raining, and then it was sunny and lovely, so the weather could not make up its mind. So after that, we decided to go to the Eiffel Tower, which was a bit further away, so we decided to explore the metro system, which was like a whole nother ball game if you're from a small place like myself, and it was very overwhelming, but we kind of, you know, got the hang of it. It was fine, but once we got out of the metro, it's like we started asking people, okay, so which bus is going to the Eiffel Tower? And very weirdly enough, nobody knew where to like point, and nobody knew how to, like, I don't know, point us in the direction of like any sort of like transportation that goes to the Eiffel Tower, which was weird. So we walked around, and at some point we found yet another like metro entrance that would take us there finally. So we did that, got pretty much right in front of it, and obviously the prices in Paris were quite something, so we didn't really decide to, you know, sit and have lunch next to the Eiffel Tower, because like it's just unreasonably expensive. Like any sort of food starts at like, I don't know, 20 or 30 euros or something, and we were just like, yeah, no, we're just not gonna do that. We're gonna walk around and take some pictures, which we did a ton of. It was just lovely to, you know, see the Eiffel Tower as something that I think everyone should see if they have the opportunity once in their lifetime. It was nice. It's a structure at the end of the day. I appreciate it for what it is, but I'm also like, okay, it's a structure. So after that, we were thinking about where we're gonna go next, whether we're gonna go see Notre Dame or the Arc de Triomphe, but at that point it was getting really late, and we were actually in danger of missing our next train if there were any issues with going back to the train station. So what we did is we decided to play it safe and leave that for like some other time. Unfortunately, not this trip, but maybe some other trip to Paris if we get around to it. We went back by metro, got something to eat, and we were on the train home, which was like a really nice feeling, a huge accomplishment to just be in a foreign country and then travel by train from one city to another, not get lost in Paris, see a bunch of things, and then come back on the train. So when we were sat there on the train, I was like, you know, I was just so relieved that we're finally at home. Well, almost. And that night we were just exhausted. We went to a supermarket. Embarrassingly enough, we got more Pringles and stuff that we shouldn't have eaten, but we did. And we watched the first episode of season 6 of Handmaid's Tale, which is something that we've been watching for a few months, and we've not seen the last season, so I was quite excited to get a head start with that. So the next day was more of a chill day. We really needed it after an entire day in Paris. It was raining, so it didn't quite motivate us to go outside. We were actually watching the commentary of a speedrun, as I'm going to be learning the Final Fantasy VII any percent on PC, which is like an hour and a half kind of run, but because I applied for an event where they put some runs you suggest into a roulette and they draw you for a run that you've essentially never done before, luckily or unluckily, I got drawn for FF7 any percent PC. I have no idea why I put it there, but it's really fortunate that Neon is a Final Fantasy VII speedrunner, so he was able to watch the run with me and kind of, you know, explain some things to me and give me commentary. So we were just doing that, and I know it's like a really nerdy thing to do in France, but it was nice because that's what we both love to do. So eventually we finally went outside and decided to find a place to eat in Beauvais and just explore a little bit. So we went to the main kind of square. It was raining, so it wasn't really, you know, that lively, but we did find this really cute place that serves poke balls. I really, not Pokeballs like Pokemon, right? But like a poke bowl, right? You probably know what a Pokeball is. I don't know why I'm over explaining it, but they were kind of a fast food place. So there were like fries and all sorts of toppings that you put in. So it wasn't just vegetables or rice or something. As a matter of fact, they didn't have a lot of these options, but what they did have was lovely. And I would love to go back there and eat there again. Sadly, I don't even remember what the place was called. called, but I know we enjoyed quite a bit, and it was kind of a brainstorming, I guess, outing, as we ended up talking a lot about, content and video ideas, and I actually have something coming up for the 10,000 subscribers celebration on YouTube on veeplays MMO, so I don't want to spoil anything, but there's something in the works that I'm incredibly excited about, and I think I'll be able to pull it off, so stay tuned for that. That evening and the whole next morning was just way too short. It was early to say goodbye, but we did have to. Obviously, it was a little heartbreaking and sad, and sad as I walked into the airport and I was trying to find the way back to my gate after saying goodbye to Neon, and I was really weirded out because no one was checking my passport, not in the check-in, not in the security area. I was just there, and I was worried that I was gonna miss my flight because someone didn't check my passport and they're gonna turn me away at the gate or something. But as it turns out, with these very small airports, sometimes they will do the final and the only passport check right before you board the plane. Like, they have these temporary little cubicles where normally there's no one there, but just before you board the plane, people will suddenly enter these cubicles and they will check your passports, and then you're good to go. So everything was fine. The flight back was a breeze. I was able to sleep. The ride home was also nice. So I came home, and unfortunately Neon had a longer journey, so I was home for like 2 hours in Serbia, and only then did he arrive home in the UK. There were a lot of things happening over there with the traffic and the rails and all this stuff, so it was a bit of a mess, but he made it home, I made it home, and now we're here. So overall, I've really enjoyed the trip. I think France is lovely. Paris obviously is a little bit expensive, but it's not unmanageable. We're not made of money, so we didn't go there to spend a ton, which was also fine, but we managed and there were no issues. I think you can always find yourself exploring and having fun without spending a ton of money. Obviously, there's some high-end places where you can, go and spend an unimaginable amount of money in Paris if you want to, but overall the trip was very affordable. I think it just comes down to what kind of people we are, whether we want to spend a bunch of money, what we want to do, and what we want to see. We were just enough for each other, so apart from exploring that we did do, it was just nice to just spend time together, and no matter where it was, that was kind of the main point of it. So I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to seeing France again. Overall, great impressions. Sometimes we struggled with people not really speaking English, so that was a bit of a, not concern, but it was definitely difficult sometimes ordering food or asking for directions or something like that, but overall we managed. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update, show you some pictures. I hope you enjoyed them, and let me know if you've ever been to France. Maybe you have another city or place to recommend. Make sure to do so in the comments. Subscribe if you're new, leave a like on the video, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and bye bye.